Go.
Hi, my name is Steve Maher. I'm the ergonomics guy, and I want to show you how to use this chair. This is the Herman Miller, what's it called?
Cella.
Cella. Herman Miller Cella. Sorry. So there's a couple adjustments on here. The first one is on the right side, just underneath the seat pan is the height. And so if you lift this paddle, the seat will come down. If you stand up, the seat will come back up. And what you want to do is remember to keep your feet solidly on the floor. You want your hips just a little bit above your knees. So you'll just bring the seat pan up, so your hips are just a little bit above your knees. Then you want to make sure that the seat pan itself comes out to within about 2 fingers of your calf. So there's a little bit of a gap here. And with this chair, on the left-hand side is this little lever, just like the height on the right, and that will, with some effort, bring the seat pan forward and back. This one's a little stiff, but you can see how that will move. So you just lift the paddle and slide the seat pan out so it covers most of your thigh. With the backrest itself is fixed, but there's a lumbar support here, and this will slide up and down these rails, so you can bring that up and down. And then it has a big screw mechanism here, and if we turn that, that will push this pad inward, and that will support your low back. So what you can do is sit and then move it up and down so that the pad hits you at about belt level, and then just dial it in tension so that it's supporting your low back. The other thing that you can do with this chair is, again, on the left-hand side, there's this little L-shaped little valve, I call it, but it's a little latch. The back piece does the back position, and the little bottom piece does the seat position. So if you lean forward and push that latch all the way back, it unlocks the backrest, so you can lean back in the chair. If you sit up straight and then pull that latch forward, it will lock the backrest and give you back support. The other thing that you can do is actually pitch the seat pan forward a little bit. And to do that, you lean forward, push the top lever, the backrest lever, back, which unlocks it. Lean back a little bit, then this seat pan lever, the one on the bottom, push that forward. And that's going to allow the seat pan to actually come forward a little bit. And then you take the backrest one and pull it forward, and that will lock the backrest in position again. And what that does is it tilts you forward a little bit. So by getting your knees lower, it rolls your pelvis and helps you sit up a little bit straighter. And to undo that, which is usually the more common way that we go, is you lean forward, push the top, the up and down lever back, and that will release it. Then lift the bottom seat pan lever back up so it's parallel with the floor. That locks the seat pan in place. And then you bring the backrest forward, and that will make it stiff again. Lastly, the armrest, there's a little grip here on the outside, and if you just pull, that will come up and down. And what you want to do there is just relax your shoulders, bend your elbows about 90 degrees, slide your elbow out, and the armrest should be at about elbow level. So it's just there. For the most part, though, try and get them down out of the way so your arms are free to move, because otherwise it tends to lock you into position. What? Oh, thank you. My producer is saying this knob right here in the front, and this is a tension knob, and so you can turn it. You can turn it one way or the other, and what that does is it sets how much tension there is when you're leaning back. So remember, this vertical lever underneath on the left side does the backrest position. So if this is unlocked, the chair falls back. And what the tension knob here does is it sets how much tension there is when you lean back. So if you turn it to the right, there's more tension, there's less ability to lean back. But if it's too loose, right, it's not giving you any support. So then you would dial it the other way to change that so that it gives you the right amount of support. So when you lean back in the chair, you don't just flop out, or it's so stiff that it doesn't move. So that's what this tension knob here in the front does. And then to lock the chair, remember, you just pull that lever forward, and that will lock the chair. And that is how to set up the Herman Miller
Cella
Chair. Thank you very much.